Every single day, around 20,000 people cram into one room in the Louvre Museum in Paris. They push, they shove, and they crane their necks, all for a 30-second glimpse of a small, dimly lit portrait behind bulletproof glass. Meanwhile, other great Leonardo da Vinci works, just meters away in the same museum, attract only a fraction of the crowds. But why? Most visitors admit she's not even that beautiful by today's standards. So is it the revolutionary painting techniques, or that famous enigmatic smile? Or is her fame the result of something else entirely? Because one day in August 1911, the painting just vanished. Leonardo da Vinci began the portrait around 1503 in Florence. Most experts believe it shows Lisa del Giocondo, the wife of a wealthy silk merchant. He worked on it for years, possibly until 1517. Leonardo never delivered the painting to the family. After his death, it entered the French royal collection, hung in the bedroom of kings and even Napoleon, and eventually settled in the Louvre. For centuries, it was admired by artists and connoisseurs, but was not yet a global icon. Then came the theft that changed everything. On a Monday morning in 1911, when the museum was closed for cleaning, an Italian handyman named Vincenzo Peruggia, who had once worked in the Louvre, walked in wearing a worker's white smock. He took the Mona Lisa off the wall, removed its heavy frame in glass in a stairwell, wrapped the painting in his smock, and simply walked out. A plumber even unlocked the door for him, thinking he was just another employee. No one even noticed the painting was missing until the next day, when an artist who came to sketch it found only 4 empty iron pegs on the wall. The story exploded across the world's newspapers. The empty wall itself became a tourist attraction. Police questioned dozens of people. Even Pablo Picasso was briefly suspected. Peruggia hid the painting in a trunk in his Paris apartment for more than 2 years. And in December 1913, he tried to sell it in Florence, claiming he was a patriotic Italian returning a stolen masterpiece. He was arrested, and the painting toured Italy to large crowds and then returned to the Louvre, a superstar. The Louvre didn't plan it, but the theft in 1911 became one of the greatest accidental marketing events in the history of art. Newspapers around the world turned a quiet Renaissance portrait into a global celebrity almost overnight. I have stood in front of the Mona Lisa, and to be honest with you, it is not my favorite painting. But it is a very good painting. It is a great painting. Up close, the Sfumato is extraordinary. The way he painted that famous smile, and the strange and dreamlike landscape behind her, Leonardo was doing things with paint that almost nobody else was doing at the time. But the experience of seeing it in the Louvre, packed in a crowd, behind a barrier with 30 seconds on the clock, is not really an art experience. It is a pilgrimage, and like most pilgrimages, people are worshipping the idea of the thing more than the thing itself. If you are going to Paris and you want to see what Leonardo could really do, walk past the crowd, find the Virgin on the Rocks or the Virgin and Child with St. Anne, stand in front of them for as long as you like. No one will rush you. And if you were ever in Krakow, go to the Czartoryski Museum and find Lady with an Ermine. In my view, It is a far more powerful portrait than the Mona Lisa. The subject has an intelligence and a presence that stops you in your tracks. It is everything a portrait should be, and there are no crowds. The Mona Lisa is a masterpiece that became a myth, and like most myths, the story eventually grew bigger than reality. So, the next time you see the Mona Lisa, remember that perhaps the greatest masterpiece is not the paint on panel, but the story of how she disappeared and became immortal. So why do you think the painting is so famous? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to see another video about a great painting, have a look at this one. Until next time, take care.